Comparing carbon with carbon is the simplest and surest way to do yourself harm with 100% certainty and in every sense. Saying a product is made of carbon tells us absolutely nothing about what we're dealing with. Metals are subject to regulations, and the nomenclature is unified. For example, if I purchase a S355 steel, I'm buying a structural steel with certain chemical composition and certain mechanical characteristics. And all this is certain regardless of where I buy it. With carbon, it's not the same. What's more, consider that carbon is not isotropic, and therefore the orientation of the fibers and the productive process play a fundamental role. If, for example, I compared two carbon tubes of the same diameter, one obtained by wrapping, in other words, a fabric wrapped on a cylindrical spindle, the other, instead, obtained by pultrusion, like this one, when I subject them to traction, I obtain totally different characteristics. In fact, the tube made by wrapping has only 50% of its fibers employed in the traction, while all of the fibers in the tube made by pultrusion will be employed in the traction. So I expect that the wrapping-produced tube will have half the resistance of the pultruded tube. Therefore, if I take this tube and I try to make it do the work of the other one, it will end badly. So let's assume that we have products made by the same process. What do I know of the internal fibers? Say, for example, I have a fiber like this. (4,000 megapascal). Or perhaps I have one with a high modulus fiber like this, with an elastic modulus superior to 700 gigapascal. Or perhaps the internal fibers have been cut with other material like Kevlar, or perhaps glass fibers. You can understand that the type of fiber used confers to the carbon certain properties, but not only this. The percentage of the fibers is important because a good product has 70% of the volume in fibers. There are also products at 50%, so you can understand that regardless of the type of fiber, this product will have a 50% reduction in mechanical characteristics, and probably a notably lower cost. Therefore, my friends, there's no way to know a priori what are the mechanical characteristics of a product in carbon, unless you subject it to destructive tests or by writing them on it with a mark, as we do. Remember, friends, the only one mark is Carbo6.